What is up, everybody? This is TwitFaceTube signing on for my Naruto Chapter 636 review. Welcome aboard. But anyway, guys, I want to get straight into what had happened this week. So we ended last week's chapter 635 on, the possibility of Kakashi dying. Well, clearly that didn't happen. Kakashi is alive and well, and apparently they had both cast genjutsu on each other, as I would assume that is what Obito was talking about. Now, as that clears up, obviously, everybody was concerned Kakashi was going to die, because, Kakashi's the main character. People don't want to see Kakashi die. People want to see Obito die. Or do they? But, so what happens is they end up fighting again. Except this time it is apparent there is no genjutsu cast. I'll get into that in a second. So, as they're fighting in this chapter, they give flashbacks of Obito fighting Kakashi. And Obito still fights with the same stance. And Kakashi knew what to do then, and he knew what to do now, apparently. But we'll still get into that. So, Obito still fights the same way, because, this kid hasn't had time to really mature. I know he's gotten older and as Toby persona, but in my opinion Toby fought better than Obito, but I guess he never really had to fight, and being as he can't materialize into dimensions and Kakashi can follow him to his dimension, what can Obito really do? Now, the reason why I thought that might work, and even in his dimension, is he could materialize his body out, to the other dimension, correct? Maybe. But even then, Kakashi can follow him because Kakashi has Obito's Sharingan. Now, here's what I'm saying to this, is that even as they fought, Kakashi knew what Obito was going to do. And the cool thing was, Obito did the Kumite, where he was like, without looking like I'm picking my nose, he did like the sign, like as a sign of respect, And so as that happened, they fought, and it was intended, or Obito intended to win, obviously, but Kakashi kept getting flashbacks the entire time of Obito and as a child and how they fought then, and I mean it was just cool. Like, my computer's on angle because I don't really have a light in my kitchen. So sorry if you keep moving around and around and around and around and around and around. Anyway, guys, so my Naruto Manga Chapter 636 review so far consists of the fight and how we thought that, possibly Obito and Kakashi killed each other last week. Genjutsu. So, now, moving on in the chapter, like I said, Obito was showing respect as a elite shinobi, and Kakashi realized that, and he's like, wow, this is crazy. It's just like seeing Obito from the past. Yeah, well, Kakashi remembered Obito from the past, and if you guys remember, Kakashi pretty much whooped Obito and everything. Getting on into the chapter, being as, there's really not exactly all that much to talk about except towards the end. Kakashi is fighting Obito, and Obito does fireball jutsu. Kakashi dodges it. Dodge, 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 dodge. Raikiri! Right into Obito's chest. And Obito's like, shit! He's dying. Plain and simple, Obito's dying. Now, with Kakashi's hand sticking through Obito, Obito's like, you may have won this battle, but this war is not over. Then Obito materializes into the other dimension, back, where everybody's at. Except I guess Obito didn't realize in his own dimension he felt a lot better, because when he got out to the other dimension, he was like, dying. Alright, so he gets there and he's bleeding out like crazy, and Minato sees him like, that's my student. And yeah, well, it was your student, and he was the one who killed your family. Shitty student. Just saying. Now, as he gets there, Madara is like, well, I didn't want to become the Jinchuriki host or the Jubi host already, because I wanted to fight Hashirama without having the Jubi inside of me. Which is what leads me to my whole point of Madara seems like a dictator. He just wants power. He doesn't really care. I feel like the whole Moon's Eye plan was BS, and it's becoming more and more apparent. You know what I mean? And so Madara, when he sees Obito, he doesn't care. He's just like, oh great, Obito, give me the Rini Tensei now. Like pretty much go ahead and kill yourself because you know he's weak. You remember what happened when Nagato was weak? He used the Rini Tensei, he died. Obito knows that. He knows why he died. Obito was around. Madara doesn't care. Madara's like, you know what? You're useless to me. Please just give me my Rinnegan back. Okay, thanks. Bye. And that is how the chapter ends, with the words Madara's cruelty. Looking to chapter 637 and beyond, I see Obito A, dying, B, living, and if option B happens, then Obito is going to join the good side because he sees how Madara just didn't give a shit. And maybe he's finally seeing the error of his ways, since in the last panel he was thinking of Rin. I mean, maybe Naruto didn't have to do it this time. Maybe he's just going to become good, you know. Kakashi still beasted his face, and clearly the Rinnegan and all of experience didn't help that much. Which is why I'm wondering why it didn't help that much. But I mean, I feel like Nagato would have raped him, honestly. But I mean, that's neither here or there. This is my Naruto Chapter 636 review. Post any questions, comments you have. If you'd like to discuss, I can discuss, man. I just don't really have 30 minutes to put into a video to discuss. I mean, because there's a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about. Because, you know, I haven't been here reviewing in a while. So anyway, guys, this is TwitFaceTube. I'm looking at the stop recording button so I can get off. Anyway, on that, 1, 2, 3, smile.